Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today, it's a little dreary out. I think this is the first true October fall day that we've had so far this year. Mid 60s, rainy, my kind of weather. But we're down here at the store today and I don't expect it to be very busy at all. A, because of the weather, but there's also a couple different local festivals going on today. Madorgo's Pink, the Houston Fall Festival, and we would normally be at the Houston Fall Festival, but Dirk works today, so just didn't work out for us this year. Hopefully next year we'll be able to make it back over there, but sorry about that. The picture from my end looked really distorted, so hopefully it comes across okay on y'all's end. But my project today, in between the little rain showers, I think there's supposed to be like a 10-20% chance of rain every hour for the rest of the day, so it's not too bad. But y'all, I've been putting this one off. If you watched the video earlier in the year of me fighting the battle with the weeds on my mum pad, just pretend you didn't watch that video. You'll see why in just a second. I made some pretty good progress in that video of getting the weeds cleared away, and then my priorities shifted, and that's what we have. These are mums that aren't being sold. These are ones down here, the few that are still down here. They just didn't fill out very well like the others did. Either that or they were very, very late to open up their blooms, and they were small to begin with, so they just got left down here and didn't get watered. But that's okay, because we save all the potting soil medium that's in the buckets if we don't sell, which actually, let me rewind all that. We sold out of mums, y'all. All the mums that we took up for sale this year, we sold them all. This is our first year doing that. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you to everyone that has purchased mums from us, that have recommended us to other people. We really appreciate it. And this has been our best year yet. And we grew some of the best mums we've ever grown. Not including these. But that's why I didn't move these up there. So I don't consider these a failure by any means. I still consider this year very good in terms of mum sales. But there's no need for this to be looking a mess down here any longer. We're getting to that time of year, a little bit behind schedule on some of the little fields on our gardens and fields of getting it, flipped over and turned down for winter, so to speak. But we get busy and it happens and priorities shift. But today I'm over here and, like I said, don't expect to be very busy. And this is going to be my project. I'm going to try to get the weeds. It rained last night a little bit and it's been raining today, so they should be pretty easy just to pull up. I'll toss them aside and the chickens will get a really good treat later. And for now, I'm just going to move all the mum buckets just up by the greenhouse. I do have a big bucket in there where I will get the plants cleared out, and I'll put the potting soil, medium, whatever, in that so that we can reuse it next year, because, waste not, want not, especially when it comes to homesteading. But I'm just going to set them right up here for now. I got to get Papa Bear over here with the weed eater to clear out this mess. But that's another day's work. Let's see, that was set there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get a game plan here, because this is all, and this may or may not be a project that I finish today. I would like to, just to avoid what happened in the last video where I left some of it and it just took back over again. I want to avoid that, but I also want to go ahead and help Papa Bear out, and if I'm able to. I might not be able to. Yeah, get get the lines pulled down and rolled up a little bit and put them in the storage shed over here. And I don't know if Papa Bear's ever pointed this one out to y'all or not, but this here actually was our very first chicken coop. And it was on the other side of the house where our big tomato field is right now, or tomato garden. But yep. And this was, we only had, we started out with 6 chickens, I believe, 6 golden comets. And I think we were able to fit 8 in there comfortably before we switched over to the bigger coop. But, you know, Dirk built that by hand from scrap material that he had around, and there's absolutely no sense using it. So we've kind of, they're all strung out being used, but he's got some little attachments on there where we roll up and hook our hoses during the winter when we're not using them. But I'll try and get these lines. If I can't get them all in there, I'll probably get one of the big, I almost called it Tupperware, the big plastic bins, and get as much in there as possible. Last year, I'm pretty sure we just left it all strewn out, and I don't want to do that this year. I want to get a little bit better at protecting our stuff during the winter elements. But if you can see over here, all these weeds. This is still part of the mum pad right here, and then you have all this just mess that's driving me crazy. So that's what I'm working on. And the ground cover, if you're wondering why I don't just mow it down, there's ground cover. Oh and gosh, and there's condensation in the GoPro. Yo, what is happening today? But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna get started on. I'll see, the weather's gonna play a part of it. If it does end up starting to rain, getting really nasty, obviously I'll have to stop. But we'll see how much I can get through today and what it looks like, and tag along and see what I get into. I think I have all the mum pots picked up. I'm sure I'll probably stumble on 1 or 2 over here in the weeds, but for the most part, at least those are out of the way. And oh, I don't know, there's probably 70 that we ended up losing. The majority of them from human error, dealing with the fertilize. Papa Bear owned up to that. If you hadn't seen that video, I hand fertilized all the mums because the piece we needed to work in our filtration system wasn't working, I guess. And I made the call, well, we both made the call, but I told Dirk last year, I said, or this year, I said, don't bother spending $80, $90 on that tiny little piece when I can just hand fertilize them a time or two. Well, next year, if we can replace that piece, I'm gonna have them replace that piece. But I way over fertilized the majority of them, and I tell you what, a couple days after it happened, I thought we were gonna lose them all. I thought every one of our mums was a goner, but y'all, why do I always let it get this bad? And now I'm at the point where I'm trying to decide, it all needs to be cleaned up. So I'm just trying to decide whether or not I want to start down here in the real thick of the mess of it all, or if I want to start up there. Kind of goes to the Dave Ramsey baby steps, kind of relate that into here. Do I start with the toughest stuff first and not see much progress? Or do I start with the area where I know I can clear off sections really easily, really quickly, and start seeing progress? What kind of mindset am I in today? Indecisive, as always. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, see y'all, I do this to myself every single time, and then that's stuck on a fence post like this. I think that got into a fight with a lawnmower or a weed eater at some point, but why? Why is it still down there all busted up? I don't know, y'all. I don't know at all. And then this whole thing next year is going to be redone. I think some of the issues that we have is because it's going downhill and just the support isn't there. I think that's why sometimes it'll blow out the end just with the pressure. But I also think that if we can get it set up to where it's a little bit more level, we'll have a lot more even watering. And that's huge too. Some of our water bills were none too small this year. Okay, now I can't get these. I don't know if I can get this now. If y'all are watching me do this saying I'm silly because there's no way I'm going to be able to untwist it by hand. I don't even know if you can see that. Don't make fun of me. I'm trying this. Dirk normally is the one that takes care of this part. Since it's all gonna have to be redone next year. Or not, maybe it'll just stay on here. Well, maybe I'll leave the lines up and just take care of all the weeds and all the other stuff, and I'll let Dirk take care of the lines and getting the pipe down. Guess that answered one of my questions. But like this here. Oh. And once again, I'm sorry if I'm sniffly. 'Tis the season, I guess. Like, am I gonna be able to pull this? We're gonna see. I don't know if it's... Oh, and that's the problem with weeds. Ow! Y'all, I am really starting to dislike this project. Really. Things gotta change going forward. I cannot let stuff get this bad. Overrun. There we go. And I say me just because I'm usually the only one that gets bothered by it. Like the mum pad here has been so overrun, but I mean, we've been selling mums for the last month and they've all been up at the store. I haven't had a need to go down there. But now that mums are done, the store's about done, I just ready for things to be nice and clean and at least somewhat organized. So I'm just gonna shut that up. I'm not gonna overload this to where whenever we open it up a bunch of stuff falls out, because that's just silly. But hey, I got one thing off the mum pad that didn't need to be there. But the plastic bins and everything, I think Dirk's wanting to use this as a raised bed eventually since it's all busted up. I'll just put that stuff in the greenhouse for now, because that's another big project this winter. We really need to get on that greenhouse. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to start getting my hands dirty and start pulling some weeds, y'all. I'm gonna get you on some time lapse for that. Not a lot lot cleared out yet, but the good news is that a lot of them are coming out in one good pull. Some of the bigger ones. This one weed here. I mean, that whole section cleared up just by pulling up this one big old clump. So I have hope for this section that it won't take 1,000 years to complete. I did uncover some rabbit poop. So we've had some wild bunnies down here. Vanna doesn't come down here this far that I've seen. She usually stays really close to the house. But since I have a huge pile, I'm going to attempt to go ahead and get it over to the chickens. I really, no, because my wheelbarrow's all the way over there. All right, I will just see what happens here and hope I don't get too soaked. I already need to change my tennis shoes into my boots. My toes are wet. Another chipmunk, y'all. These chipmunks are everywhere around here. Barky, barky. It's my chicken call. I do that and they all come running. They know there's some kind of treats about to get had. Hi, ladies. Look at this. Y'all have so many. You're leaving all the green tomatoes. The tomato garden is something I've been working on as well the past couple of days. Trying to get it all taken down so that girls have gotten a lot of tomatoes, because we've already had a partial frost and what's still on the vine is soggy and just not good anymore. There you go, ladies. Enjoy. I'll bring you more, I'm sure. I really enjoy doing that for them since I can't let them out to free range because of these stupid hawks. They're beautiful creatures, but I don't like them. And they are not welcome. But, anywho. Back over here. Yeah, y'all, this isn't hard. It's just tedious. And again, if I stayed up on it from the get-go, it wouldn't be this bad. But if you're a homesteader, you know priorities shift on a daily, even hourly basis. Golly, there's no way I'm not going to take all these weeds down to the chickens. They would not get them eaten all before they got all wilted and gross. Okay, I've got my boots on and a t-shirt on. Was hesitating to take the hoodie off just because I am out here sweating. I don't want to be sweating when it's this temperature. It seems like it's just asking to get sick. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But I got that area done a little bit. I'm gonna, I think, come midway here, start making some progress there. That way I can at least see some progress coming from both sides. I'll just add everything from over here to my old pile of shame, and we'll go from there. But let's see what else we can get done here. I don't know if I'm gonna get this project done today or not. I know it's not reflective of the video, but I've already been down here for about an hour roughly between getting the mum pots moved and some of these pulled up. But we'll do what we can, right? There's always tomorrow, and if there's not tomorrow, I don't have to worry about it. friends. As you can see, I'm back in the hoodie and it's raining again. It's picked up a little bit heaviness wise, but I've been in and out working out there, and I think that it's gotten to the point now where it's not going to let up anytime soon, and I'm tired of getting chills every time I go, you know, inside outside. So I'm gonna call it a wrap on today's video. This is just part one. I'll bring you back for part two, if for nothing else than to hold myself accountable. But I'm gonna take you over there and show you what I've gotten done. It's not a lot, and it's actually less than I think I got done last time. But we're gonna take you over there. I do have a waterproof case for this GoPro, and I know that the GoPros are waterproof up to a certain extent just on their own, but I'm too paranoid for that, so I'm not gonna stay out here long in the rain. I just don't feel like messing with putting on the case just to bring y'all out here and show you. But I got some of the bins put up, some of the totes moved up to the greenhouse. You can see this whole section I'm really happy with. It's coming along real nice. I'm not worried about getting every single weed up. I know that they provide a lot of benefit for insects and bugs and critters during the winter, but you can see I've kind of gotten a space here cleared out. This wouldn't take too much longer to do, but I'm tired of being out in the rain, and I'm getting pretty itchy from the weeds, and it's still going to be a couple hours before I can shower, what with the store being open. But one thing I thought was cool, I knew we would have a few more gourds by the time I came to put everything down to bed for winter, so to speak, but it's really shocking to me how many more gourds we got since our harvesting video. But I'm trying to cover the GoPro. I'm not a fan of these things, but they're not cheap. I want to protect it if I can. I love this weather when I don't have to do anything in this weather. So, right in the eye. But the thing is, we really needed this rain, so I can't even be mad about it. I'd have preferred it if it was not at a time that I was trying to be productive, but the weather doesn't answer to us, does it? All right. And I think that's gonna be a wrap, folks. I'm still gonna be doing some stuff around here. Hopefully the rain will settle down just a little bit. I mean, I've got some nice matted wet head going on. But thanks for tagging along with that. If you take anything at all from this video, from my previous mum pad weeding video, or for part 3 or part 2, because this will be a part 2, but I will not let it be a part 3. I'll probably wait maybe midweek, next week maybe, when the temperatures are even lower, just because I can get out there full hoodie and everything. I won't have all the weeds making my arms itch, you know, that kind of stuff. And then I can get it all knocked out in one shot when the store's not open, when I'm not running around. But anyway, I digress. If you can take anything away from this video or the following video of part 2, and a lot of my videos, actually, if you pay attention, don't let stuff get behind on you. Again, you know, priorities shift. There's a million and one things I can work on any given day. And you have to pick and choose. There's just not enough hours in a day. I only have 2 hands. And usually when Papa Bear's here, he's working on his own projects, getting his tractors running and everything. But if you can keep up on stuff like that, on weeding or clutter being the big one, like those bins shouldn't have been out there all year. There was not a single thing in them that we were actively getting into for the mums or anything like that. So that's something that I can definitely improve on. is just putting stuff back up when we're done using it. Finding a place for everything is the really hard part. Sorry, I'm so itchy. I have sensitive skin, so when I get into weeds and stuff like that, it's usually not very fun, but it'll die down. And I'm up here at the house. That's why I'm kind of distracted looking down at the store, making sure nobody pulls in while I'm up here. I do a lot of multitasking when I have the store open if I don't have customers. But it looks like they're slowing down, so I need to go on and head back down there. Thank you for all y'all do, liking, subscribing, recommending us, telling your family, friends, and nope, just driving by. Okay. I'm okay with that right now because the rain did pick up a little bit more, but thank you so much for all y'all do. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for y'all. And like we like to say here on Momma Bear's Homestead and More, keep on keeping on, friends, because we love every one of you.